Hello, replay viewers. That's for those catching this later, either on YouTube or catching up later on my Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining me once again today. I do a regular slot on a Tuesday at 1 p.m. I'll be GMT now, I think. Our clocks have just changed, so welcome. Today I'm going to be doing some Christmas cards, and I was meant to look up the name of the stamp set that I've stamped out some images from today, and I haven't done it. I'm hoping somebody's going to pop on and tell me which stamp set it is to save me out of my embarrassment. Got something in my eye now. It was an eyelash as well. Anyway. Yes, so Christmas cards, but I'm mixing it up with Merriest Moments stamp set, and I've done some pre-cutting for the dies as well, so you don't have to sit here and watch me doing cutting out. So I hope you are well. Lovely to see you all joining me. And this is the view from my desk today. It is Tuesday the 2nd of November 2000. Oh, look what I've just found. 2021. I'm going to put that somewhere safe on my magnetic sheet. Now, I had a few ideas of this. Can somebody tell me what the name of this, where this stamp comes from? Oh, you look gorgeous there. I must admit, I just whacked on a little bit lippy. I feel a little bit coldy, like I've got a cold coming on. And I didn't think it was a cold, I just thought I had the sniffles. But so I feel a little bit flushed, you know, a bit sort of coldy. So we'll see how we go. I'll try my best to keep going. So I had a few ideas with this. And I've stamped it on shimmer paper in order, if I wanted to be able to add water to this. So that was my plan of action for some of this. But I thought for some of them I could add on some die cuts as well. So we're going to mix and match it. Lovely to see you. Do say hello if you're popping on. Hi there, Heidi, Delinda, Cassie, Levine, Matt and Louise. Nice to see you. So I've put a tiny bit of water on my block already. See if I can zoom you in without. Oh, I did it. And I liked the idea of, a while ago I did a live and we talked about anemones and Christmas flowers. Hi there, Shirley, nipping in for a bit. Hi Shirley, nice to see you. Hi Valerie. Festive Foliage, thank you. Is that the name of the stamp set? So I'm just pushing my ink pad in the middle like this, giving it a squeeze, and it transfers the ink from there to the lid, and it acts as a palette or a well. So I wanted to have a little bit of green. Maybe this is the wrong green, but let's get out another. Oh, let's have a think. Maybe, I know. I'm trying to find it now. Oh, maybe that would work. I was going to get out mint macaron, but actually, well, we can still use these greens. Oh, thank you. Hi there, Barry. Lovely to see you. Was it Festive Foliage? Hi, Joanna. Hi, Cindy. Right, I'm going to get colouring. So on my aqua pen, I've got, what have I got? What's it called? Soft succulent. I'm just going to add a bit of this onto the shimmer paper. So shimmer paper, as its name suggests, does have a shimmer, a glitter to it. It's very pretty. Now, because I've stamped in Evening Evergreen, I might have some bleed, but I'm just going to go with and let that soak. This is, what's this? Oh, my brain suddenly switched off. Wakey wakey, soft sea foam. My brain isn't coping very well this morning. This afternoon, see? It's afternoon, it's not even morning. So I don't mind if the colour bleeds, because I can't actually do anything about it. But we're going to work with it. And just to add some greenery. I think that's quite pretty. Can you guys see that? Okay, I'm going to come in because I want to. Going to add some Evening Evergreen. Oh, I actually remembered that one's name. And we're just going to stick with the green tones for now and see how we go. I'm not going to add any more water. I'm just going to use up whatever's on my nib. And we're going to add, this is very relaxing. It's just quite nice just to sit back and sort of colour sometimes. But when you're doing it with water, it feels a bit quicker. So I've got all these lovely shades of colour here. Even touching up the ferny ones. There we go. And then let's do some more in these ones. Give it a chance to dry. I think in the past I've always done too much water and I've not given a chance for things to dry, and that's where I go wrong. I get a bit hasty. And with this shimmer paper, it does dry a bit quicker than it would watercolour paper. So the advantage of this is it doesn't seep like watercolour paper sort of bleeds into the paper a lot more. Where with this paper it doesn't. So it's rather grand to have it in the stash. Right, I'm going to set that aside, and I quite like the idea of mounting that in the middle of this. Or I even had the thought of putting it behind like that to get this lovely kind of frosty look, but we're going to have a think about that. Hi, lovely to see you all. We've got everybody in the house today. Hi Wendy, and hi Kay and Carol, nice to see you all. So I'm going to set that one aside and we're going to have another play with something else. Let's have a go with one of these ones. So I'm going to leave Evening Evergreen out. And again, because it's, oh, that's rather inky. I'm just going to use up that water in my brush. Spread the love a bit. I'm going to just blot up some of that water. There we go, no harm done. Just get a tissue and blot it up. You can see a bit of a reflection on the water there. And sometimes it's quite nice not to go to the edge and to leave a bit of white space. Makes it look more water-like. And I think what I'm going to do is come in with some very Christmassy bright red, I can find it, cherry cobbler. Oh, thank you, Kay. Kay says you're so talented. Well, the stamps do help, I must admit. They kind of give you inspiration to get working with them, and you could do lots of things with it. What's Heidi saying? Oh, just trying to find out which Wendy it is. So I'm going to leave the flowers on this one because I'm going to add some. Those are the die cutting shapes to those. So I'm going to update you on my washing story. I've actually put the washing outside today. It's lovely and sunny, and I thought I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. Hey Bobby, I was just thinking real red, says Shirley. Wow. Oh, actually this is cherry cobbler, Shirley. I was going to go real red, but it's so quick to colour. I'm kind of done, like I start colouring and then I'm done. There we go. And I do like soft succulent with this. But yes, you could do it with any red, really. Just want to highlight these venations. There we go. Quick as chips. Now shall we colour these? Let's go a red hue. Right, I've been a bit naughty and just mixed those two colours then. But that's okay, you can do that. It's not against the rules. So I've just mixed a bit of soft succulent with a soft seafoam. Oh, they're both called soft, I've just realised that. Now, by the time I come to stick the dies on the top of this, you may not see it, but it doesn't matter. I'm just laying down the background. Hi Ellie, who's only here for a few minutes because she's off to work. Did Linda sneak in as well? Okie dokie. Now, the other idea that I had was to highlight the flowers with some white ink. Now, there is hopefully some white ink on my brush. Now, Shirley says she likes traditional colours. I'd like to know, I mean, what do people prefer when it comes to Christmas things? Do you prefer traditional colours or do you prefer alternative colours? So I wanted to ink up the edges of, maybe I should give it a little twistage first. Just get my... Kay loves Christmas. I wonder why, Kay. Now, Kay, who's joined us today, it happens to be her birthday on Christmas Day. So she's a Christmas Day baby. So I'm just getting my tweezers and I'm just twisting the petals in order to get some movement in them. And I've got these cute little poinsettia that I'm going to just push into my foam pad to give those some movement as well. In fact, let's try it with this. There you go, that works. So if you want to just give your flowers a bit more depth, I mean, you could even run a tool along the back and it just helps to break up those fibres. You can double these up because poinsettias have got a few layers, haven't they? And then I've got some smaller red ones here, which I thought we could either dot around or use for the flowers. So do this as quick as I can. Right. I just thought, let's have oh, that's a lot of white on there. Just dab some off. Maybe too much. Very snowy poinsettia. Let me just rub a bit off. That's quite nice actually. Okay, less is more, Esther. I'm just going to dab these a little bit with the... Just gives it a nice kind of vintage vibe. Oh, Shirley's headed off. Sorry, Shirley, didn't see you go. I got a bit distracted with my white ink. Let's have a look. Ellie says she likes traditional and contemporary colours for Christmas. Depends on the style of card. I've lost the comment now. Never Anna, nice to see you. And the recipient. Kay likes greens and reds. Right, my glue was running out earlier, so this is not really... Yeah, that one was running out. This one, however, yes, good. Nice to see you, Neverana. Right, so the plan is to try and cover up the... I didn't put a lot of glue under there. Oh, it's sticking. Less is more sometimes when it comes to this glue. Let's twist that on there. We have a nice yellow centre. So there's different sizes of these. Oops, it's stuck. Get off. There, I like that. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. I think I need to colour what's underneath it. So let's do that. Because the flowers aren't quite big enough. my very rough watercolouring. So is anybody up to anything today? You're crafting? Are you having lunch? Are you sleeping? Have you just woken up? Gorgeous darling, says Kay. Thank you. There we go. Stick a couple of those in there. I do like both building up a stamped image with the die cuts. Yeah, it's just a bit different, isn't it? You're kind of showcasing both things then, aren't you? Could do with a little tiddler. You're just home after spending 3 hours crafting. How lovely. Heidi's writing in some cards, so you are up to craftiness, some of you. Been writing and did your shopping list for tomorrow. Joanna's lunching while working. Now, if you wonder why I'm reading out the comments, it's because when I load this onto YouTube, the comments don't show up. So pretty, said Linda. Now, I got this tip from Claire, my downline, at Cheeky Monkey Crafts, and she used these yellow dots inside these flowers, and I thought they looked, oh look, I don't have many left, but we'll just go for it. And I just think they were perfect for the inside of the flowers. You might as well use them up. There's no point in sitting on them. Sitting on them will do nothing. There. Okay. Righty hodly ho. What am I doing? That's too big for that. So we can, oh, I've got a great big smudge across that. So what we could do, it wasn't the plan, but because I've got a great big smudge on that, I'm just going to see if I can fix it by colouring it in a bit from behind. See if I can disguise my mistake. Disguises it a little bit. Let's find, what colour are you supposed to be? Let's get a bit of green on here. Vellum Incognito. Oh, I've got white on there as well now. Let's oh look, if we put white on it, it just highlights the, see, happy little accidents. Sometimes they work out for the best. Right, somewhere under my pile. So I don't think that suits that anymore, so because that wasn't the plan for that one. But I could pop it on that one and just keep it nice and simple. We could, I'll tell you what we could do. If I cut this down smaller to that size to fit in there, we could go pinks, like go a lighter, lighter shades. So I'm going to set that as, oh, which one shall I use? Yeah, I'm going to set that aside a second. And let's do another poinsettia one, shall we? Now, this time I'm wondering whether So this is Soft Succulent. I'm going to do a bit of blending with the brushes to lay down some colour. So we're not going to watercolour this, I'm just going to lay down the colour with the brushes. And get a red one. Happy little accidents. Indeed. Actually, I could use this. Because of the colours, I could use this. I keep changing my mind, folks. I'm allowed, right? Because that now matches a bit better. Oh, I could put it underneath. I think I'll put it on top. Okay, but I want slightly more depth to this. So what happens if I put on some water? Oh, look, so just using the colour that's on there, and I'm just going to add a bit of water to emphasise the detail. There we go, can you see that? Thank you for asking after my family, Kay. Everybody's well and growing up quickly. Hope your family are well and your new nieces and nephews. I could have left it, but I'm not very good at leaving things. So I can see there's a glare, so you can't always pick up what I've done there. And I think I will come in with oh, that's got the red one on. Oh, that's got red on as well. It's all got red. Squeeze the water out to try and just clean the brush. Good, I'm glad you're well. Just going to add a bit of colour to these berries. Cassie said, sorry I couldn't comment, I was too busy feeding my face. That's alright, you can feed your face. I like that, I was feeding my face. Oh dear. So Carol says she likes both traditional and alternative. Now I find that when I used to sell cards, people used to definitely go for traditional, but I wonder if it's an age thing, a more generational thing, whether people prefer one over another. Don't know. Okay, so to help me out of my boo-boo, I'm going to cut down this die. So in this Merriest Moments set, you get loads and loads of dies, and you get this lovely rectangle one, which happens to be the perfect size for inside here. Now I'm going to put these away because I've already found one wandering around and I don't want to lose any more. Just going to bring on the machine. How are you? Just going to have to lift you up a minute. Sorry that you've been poorly, Kay. I hope you are on the mend. What am I looking for? Cutting plates. Okie dokie, so I put a jumper on today and I feel a bit warm. It's that funny weather where it's like not quite, I don't think it's quite warm enough for jumpers. Oh look, I've got to cut quite a lot of this out after all that colouring in. Never mind. I shouldn't have got so carried away with my colouring. It's that sort of in-between weather, isn't it? It's sort of, it's not quite winter, not cold enough for a jumper. I just thought that might look quite nice if I run it through this embossing folder to add some texture onto that. Now I'm just going to do it off screen because I need to do it on the bigger machine. There we go. How cool is that? You see that texture on there? And what I might just do is come around the edges here. Ah, now Verona says that is when you wear a nice shawl or a poncho or a cape if you fancy. Now this ink, this white ink stays wet for a long time and it's still wet, but that's fine. I'm going to just pop this, if I can find a piece of card, so you get a sense of what it looks like. Now that looks very plain on there. Might have to find, let's try another colour. No, that's too bright. Oh, I've got a crafter lunch happening. Get back, get back. So I might have to mount it on right, so that background needs some work. I have got a raw edge on this. I've lobbed a bit off, but don't tell anyone, will you? Oh look, it fits nicely in there, look. Right, let's work on this. Something needs to happen with this background. It's too plain. So, let me have a little think. Or wear a cotton jumper. Yeah, that would just be too sensible. You liked it directly on the soft succulent, did you? Did you like that? Just feels like it needs something, maybe like a band or something. Okay, let's just have a little thinky. What about maybe some more vellum underneath? That's bad. Yeah, that makes me happy. It just needed something to break up that. We'll do that. We'll have a piece of vellum. Wink up the flowers, says Cindy. Wink up the flowers. Right, so let's cut this piece down. Oh no, it's got to be bigger. Oh no, it doesn't. 3 7/8 by 5 5/8 tend to be my go-to matten layer. Oh, maybe a rectangle strip through the middle. Yes, I was thinking that, Heidi. But I think that solves the problem. So, as requested by Miss Cindy, we're going to wink up the flowers. So if you've not heard of Wink Stella, it's this lovely glittery brush here with very fine glitter in it, and it just adds the most beautiful sparkle to your projects. So Cindy, today your wish is my command. Can you see that? Okay. So, because it's a vellum and you tend to see glue through vellum. Wonder whether to texturise the back or leave it plain. What do we think? Should we put texture on the back on this piece? While you decide, I'm going to look out for some pretty ribbon. Maybe a bit of Winkostella on the ribbon as well. On the vellum, sorry. Cindy reckons a bit of texture on the background. So the same, I'm thinking the same texture as the... Yes, texture on the vellum, people are saying. Okay. I think maybe a smaller bow. Heidi's still thinking a piece through the middle rather than through the whole lot. So like a strip. I don't think it will show up really. Okay, let's texture the vellum and then we can go from there. You like more of the soft succulent. I think it's interesting because when you see things on screen, I think when things look bolder on screen, they look better. But actually in real life, I'm seeing something different. So it's quite interesting sometimes when people suggest things, because I think on screen, there we go. What do we think about that? I'm not sure now. I'm wondering if it gets a bit lost. I think it's better. Gold heat embossing. Let's just throw everything at it. Okay, right, I don't want to dwell too long on this, so I'm just going to get this stuck down. Add some... Where's my bow gone? There it is. Okay, let's get this stuck down because I want to do some more. And I don't want to spend ages on one card. So this is going to go on here. So once you stick that one down, you could just glue over the part you're not going to see. I think for me it's all about the added embellishments and just the finishing touches. Did I stick that down to there? I'm getting confused about my layers now. Now with this I can afford actually to put glue here because you're not going to see that bit. So there you go, out of an accident can come a beauty or a beautiful card. This is wonky now because of the way that I've stuck that on, but do you know what? It's okay. Let's get decorating. Valerie likes the layout. Thanks, Valerie. If you start sticking other stuff on it, you're not going to notice it's wonky. And get some pretties on here. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So, oh look, these are so similar but different. I'm going to mix them up, mix and match. I think this is a cold. You know when you try and deny it? There's no denying. Oh, that's better. Wendy says she's watching while doing a little bit of painting, but Aaliyah has her Alexa music very loud, so you'll have to watch the replay. As long as you can see what's going on, that's the main thing. There, a bit different. Heidi says she loves it. Thank you for those that said bless you from my sneeze. Wow, what an unintentional card. There you go. It worked out okay, didn't it? Okay. Let's do another. Now, I'm wondering with this whether to keep the black and white or could do a colour wash. So maybe a bluey or green. Let's stick with our greens. How about we use the, where is it? I've lost it. Oh, well, I can't use it if I've lost it. Oh, here you are. Can you tell what colour I used last time? You like how soft the colours are. Oh, good. Hello, lovely Kay. Nice to see you. Love the thinking and planning to get to the finished card. Oh, thank you, Levine. Yeah, sometimes you've got to... Takes time to work it out, but we got there in the end. I was talking to Levine yesterday about, you know, problem solving when it comes to cards and working out what the issue is sometimes. So done a green wash on that, just to add a bit of something. Now with this brush, I tend to squeeze it so it doesn't catch on the fibres before it goes in the lid. Okay. And then I think we'll do the same again with the, I'm going to go with just a little bit less with the dabbing of the white. I've got this one I cut out because I cut out the centre just to see what it would do. Oh, I'll tell you what I have got here also. I've cut out some holly leaves. Which we can use. So just adding that white ink on some of these, just give it a frosted look. Now I'm just going to whiz this dry, so just turn down your volumes because it's still a bit damp and I want the flowers to stick. Right, that'll do. Come back, holly leaves, come back. Right, give those a pinch down the middle. What's everyone had for lunch today then? I'm starting to get hungry. I had a bit of a mid-morning snack and I was like, oh yeah, I'm fine. And you know what, when the clocks changed as well, I was like, why am I hungry? And I thought later, actually, because the clocks changed. It affects my affects my eating habits. Oh dear. Let's give that one a bit of something. Like this one, I'm going more for an upside down look. I'm just going to glue in the middle because I want to add in those holly leaves afterwards. Oh, Cassie's had crumpets. Do you know what we talked about crumpets last time, and then I craved them, and I thought, oh, I must get some, and then I never did, and now I still want them, because somebody said something about crumpets the other day, and I was like, oh, I want crumpets. Oh, for Cindy, the time zones change next week. So does it affect, I get a bit muddled with the time zones, whether it makes you closer to our time or not. So I'm sticking in some holly. Can you believe it's November? Isn't it crazy? It's sped by this year. Oops. Flicked him off. Oh, my glue's having a bit of a moment. Gets air trapped in it, and then it has a bit of an explosion. Oh, so I'm not the only one. See, it takes time, Cindy, to recover from the clock change. There, that's fun. I like that. So it sort of just breaks down you've got the background stamping. Let's tuck that leaf in there. Now, shall I add these in here? Melted cheese and Marmite. Yeah, some of you don't change your clocks, do you? In Arizona. Kay said, Chris asked me what I wanted for lunch. My reply was, whatever you got going out to buy. He laughed and said, what, you want dog food for lunch? Oh dear. Well, don't start talking about crumpets again, please. I'd be craving crumpets now. I did like the idea of maybe some these flowers dotted around. Sorry, I can hear my voice dropping as I think. I'll try not to. Yes, I like that. I like it a lot. Yeah, for me, crumpets, I think I prefer them savoury. Cheese and Marmite, whereas I'd normally have Bovril. I do like Bovril. Okay, Esther, get sticking, love. Oh dear, there's glue. Stay there, dear. Just got to work with it. Work with it. And then the other thing I've got here is some strips, so I can use those for sentiments if I wanted to. There. Oh, tomato soup with melted cheese in it. Oh, that sounds like a tasty lunch. Look at that. Made to measure. Could do a little sentiment along the top. Right, glue. I'm just going to put you over there until you come out of the naughty corner. Oh dear. Right, how about we look for a quick sentiment for this, and then I'm going to go and see if I can find some lunch, I think. Itty Bitty Christmas is a good one if you want, what am I saying? If you want small sentiments. So that might be just a teeny bit tight. We could go season. I quite like Season's Greetings. Esther's wondering if this would fit on. I'm going to go for it. So this is Blessed Christmas Wishes. Hold your breath, everybody. In 3, 2, 1. Yes. And breathe. Okay. Right, my glue. Sorry, I keep knocking. The glue is just going to have to be used on here. There we go. Now when I cut this, there wasn't quite enough card, so you'll notice at one side it's a bit lobbed off. But now, remember we did a colour wash on the last one? I do remember that, but never mind, we'll pop this up and nobody will ever know. Cute, 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 cute. And I reckon on a... what I'll have to do is I'll get these cards finished off screen. Where's that whole card in there? And then you'll have to just check out my Facebook page and you can see the finished article. Oh, now look at that. With that torn edge, well, you can't see it, that adds a bit of interest. So I might leave that torn edge on. Sort it out a bit more, but oh, I've just ruined it. Let's see. Could always do another one. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Just added that something. Oh, what are you talking about? Brown sugar blueberries and top with a bit of apple sauce. Now, some people might be offended by the torn edge, but I quite like the contrast, she says. Keep tearing it down a bit. Right, my badly behaved glue. Oh, well done. I'm going to put the lid on, that helps. Funny mark on there. Oh, that flower's just a bit close to the edge. Just gonna... I like to eyeball it. I like, is oatmeal like porridge? I'm talking about porridge. And this, I wonder whether to come right off to the edge. No, I like it there. But we'll pop that up on dimensionals. She says, trying to find a strip. Oh, last week I added some sweet potatoes she had for leftover dinner. It's glitchy. Facebook's glitching. How's everyone else doing? Porridge or semolina? Well, semolina's, you make porridge with oats, but semolina is made with semolina. I like semolina pudding. So you have it like add sugar and stuff. Make it nice and sweet. Right, I'm just going to pop that there so you get an idea of what it looks like. I think that's quite nice. But I'm going to have a little play. And then we made this one earlier. Again, I could maybe do the torn thing. Maybe baby. And then we've got our green and white. You see, that might look nice with dark background. Add a bit of what do you call it? Add a bit of greenery onto the embossing. I did that wrong, I think. Never mind. There we go. So just experimenting with that stamped image and with Merriest moments, and getting all Christmassy. So thank you so much for stopping by with me and watching along. You can like and follow my Facebook page at stampinstarcreations.co.uk. Stampin Star Creations. I'm over on YouTube. Hi there, Stampin Star Creations on YouTube. And I'll be on YouTube tonight at 9 o'clock. So the plan was to possibly, look a bit red, to do some more wreaths. Why do I look a bit red? So we did some last week. Let's see if I can find them in here. And I was going to do some more this week. So I'll see how I get on with time. I think I might manage one. Depends how I feel. You know what it's like. I get on there and then I end up doing more. So if you want to check out these that I made last week, then head over to my YouTube channel to do those. And then it gave me inspiration to do some more seasonal wreaths. Okay, so you can check those out on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed today. If you're watching on replay, thank you for catching up. I appreciate you taking the time. And that's all from me. Apple sauce, that's a good idea. It's the same as adding stewed apples. I'm going to give that a go. Everyone's got porridge ideas today. Love it. Thank you, everyone. Take care. I'm going to go find some crumpets and some semolina. Lots of love. Bye for now.